some good news for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They have given Lavonte David, their linebacker, a 2-year, $25 million deal with $20 million of it guaranteed. I kind of expected this because when the Buccaneers in their Super Bowl parade, well, technically it was like a flow or whatever it was. It's something different because of the pandemic, but we'll call it a parade. That's what we call it. Coach Arians was like, and this was him in quotes. Your ass ain't going nowhere. Which I found pretty funny, but hey, man, I kind of expected it, even though he said it in a funny way. But with that being said, this was written by Jenna Lane, who is an ESPN staff writer. So you go first, Mario. What do you think of Lavonte David going back to the Buccaneers?
First off, congratulations to Lavonte David and congratulations to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on not only keeping Lavonte David but franchise tagging Chris Godwin. I think those are two very important pieces to this team. You heard me say it for the whole year now. I said Lavonte David is one of the most underrated linebackers in the game. One of the most underrated linebackers in the game. I said that last year, and people didn't realize how underrated he was until when Brady got to that Tampa Bay Bucks team, and that Buccaneers defense really did flourish. And when they flourished, you see what Lavonte David could do. What I love about Lavonte David is Lavonte David could do a lot as a linebacker. He had 117 tackles last year. He had 1.5 sacks, which isn't that great, but again, he wasn't meant to blitz. He had one interception. So Lavonte David really is that guy that can do everything. 2019, he had 123 sacks. He had one sack, and he had 123 tackles. Excuse me, one sack and one interception. Lavonte David is definitely that type of guy that can do everything. Nate, for the past 3 seasons, actually, excuse me, for the past 4 seasons, and every single season except for 2018, Lavonte David has had over 100 tackles. If that doesn't tell you how good of a linebacker he is, I don't know what does. I really don't. This just proves how important Lavonte David is to this team. And obviously they have Bush, right? Not Devin, but Devin Bush, right?
Evan
No, Devin
White.
White. Devin White. Excuse me. Devin Bush is a Pittsburgh Steel. My bad. They have Devin White. Okay. Devin White's a very good linebacker as well. They had Shaq Barrett last year. Shaq Barrett is now an unrestricted free agent because they didn't franchise tag him or give him an extension. Lavonte David staying on this team is very, very crucial because Lavonte David was a big, big piece of the reason why the Buccaneers defense was so good. He was a guy who could cover. He did a pretty good job of covering Travis Kelce, making sure Travis Kelce didn't really have that big of a night. He had 135 yards, but regardless, Travis Kelce, it didn't seem like he was a huge factor in that Super Bowl. And a big part of that was because of Lavonte David and his coverage skills. So keeping him was obvious. It was a big, big thing. And like you said, Bruce Arians loves him enough to tell him that, look, you're not going anywhere, or your ass ain't going anywhere. And look, I don't blame Bruce Arians and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers organization. When you have a linebacker that dominant, it is your job to keep him. You know what I'm saying? And Lavonte David, I believe, is the captain of that defense, and I expect him to continue being the captain of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense for a very, very long time because I believe he is that elite of a defender. So with that being said, I wish Lavonte David the best of luck. I wish the Tampa Bay Buccaneers the best of luck, and we'll see how they do next year.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll pick it up from there. Go out to Lavonte David and the Bucks, and congratulations to them. Yeah, man, Mario. We look at it, and the Bucks are doing anything and everything they can to maintain that Super Bowl status. You and me last year doubted them. You was like, nah, 9-7 at best. But obviously that was, obviously that they told us to shut up and they won the Super Bowl and now they're doing whatever they can to keep these players to run it back. Will they run it back? I mean, yeah, they can. I can't tell you if they're gonna win the Super Bowl or not, but that's for them to answer. But right now, it seems like they're making sure they're keeping the key pieces that they need in order to run it back. Obviously, I was reading the other day that Tom Brady and the Bucks are in the works for a long-term extension. How long that is, we don't know, and if it happens, we will report on that. But so it looks like the Buccaneers are doing anything and everything they can to keep all these guys and win another Super Bowl. So props to them for making these moves. Sometimes a lot of teams they do this, they ship off all these other players, and after winning a Super Bowl or a World Series or NBA title or Stanley Cup, they just ship off all these players and try and play the cocky game and say, "Oh yeah, we won this. We won this. We're gonna do it again with a different squad." It just doesn't work out in their favor. So props to the Bucks for playing it smart, doing what they got to do. Obviously, of course, I don't as much as I don't want them to win because you guys already know I'm a Carolina Panthers fan. I don't want these damn people to win. It's like how Mario don't want no damn NFC North win. But whatever they got, and at the end of the day, the NFL is a business, and you gotta do what you gotta do for your team to win. So, because at that point it doesn't even matter what the hell I think. So with that being said, congratulations to Lavonte David, and good luck to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Lavonte David.